Hello guys, welcome to another video. It's called Fantasia Medieval. Totally new game, I haven't checked it out yet. I don't know if this music's copyrighted, hope not. So, let's go to the new game. How you took a heavy hit on your head in the temple of the region. The floor jumps at your face. Around you sounds like steel against steel, and steel against flesh. A long screams of pain expel from the lungs. All of this is in an instant before everything vanished. Who knows how long later you hear music and laughter and a bad headache on the right side. You start to slowly open your eyes. You try to focus your vision, but the images refuse to sharpen. You see several houses. Whatever you say those, I can't really pronounce that. Around campfires, drinking and dancing. However, these forms sometimes look like young people. Sometimes look like old people. Sometimes the shape looks like humans. Other time they look like animals of all kinds. You can't tell it's the problem with your vision, or if the creatures are actually transforming. Damn. Sometimes it even turns into trees. Oh, you woken up. Good. I feel my voice come next to you. No, calm down. Rest, said the voice when trying to turn around. What happened? Oh, you got hammered right from beside. You blacked them out instantly. At the moment, I thought you were dead. Where are we? You don't remember? Our mission has brought us to this forest village. Me and Chicken and Smuggler to find this place, she said dryly. Who's there? It's me. I just came to see how you were, said the voices without giving more details. I'll let the others know you're fine, says the voice standing up. You seem to be disoriented, but I think it should be expected after a sledgehammer to the head. But relax. Your color is coming back. I'm sure you will be fine soon, said the voice, leaving the tent. Well, even that a little bit of information already makes your head frolic. As you're already looking outside and seeing those formless creatures, the party emphasis makes you feel safe, and soon you close your eyes again. The darkness swallows you in a long, sleepless night. The sun rises, driving away the darkness, and with it, it's your fatigue. You are in no pain. Man, those wheels. You put on your clothes and get up from the tent to stretch out and start your day. Around no signs of magical creatures. Next to you, sleeping in the open to a brownie brute snores like a wild boar. Around some tents close and only one opens. Near the tent, sitting on a tree stump, a girl fitting with a bow and arrows. Blonde and fine-featured, with long pointy ears that came back well for her face. With eyes here and field of vision, she didn't stop flitting with that bow to give you any attention. In the morning, the girl nods, but doesn't take her eyes off her work. I'm gonna leave her alone. You Stand beside the tent, stretching, breathing in the crisp in the morning air. After a while, the bird gets up with a bow and arrows and walks toward the forest. I'll get some food, she said to you politely, and disappeared into the woods. After some time, you hear a big yawn next to you. You turn around, there's two burly men, 2 meters of pure monster muscle, dressed exotically in animal skins and hides. Hey, you're alive. Good, says the giant, with a tone as if you were saying how to survive. You want to say, what a pity. But of course, the giant nodded his head. I heard you lost your memory. Is that true? There's no way to hide your lack of goodness. Yes, it's true. You nodded in your head. Well, I guess it doesn't matter much. Now, you're just glad you managed to burn the past for good. Now, and got any chance, said the barbarian dryly. Matter what matters is what you can survive while getting in your way, he says, throwing a spear in the air for you to catch. Takes the spear. You catch the spear in the air when one starts movement. It's similar to you in your hands, but manipulates as if your execution of your body. The giant's already unleashed his sword, approaching. You exchange a few blows, warming up. The barbarian is trying to get closer and holding your distance. Your impression is that, in a serious fight, he would defeat you easily. And you know, it's the angry one. Okay, I seen everything I need to know, he said, shooting his sword the ending of the jets. She turned around. He says towards the direction the flint sound running water comes from. You spent time alone at the campsite, and you noticed that particularly all the tents are empty. Mates of the last night's party everywhere. All except for large black tents of fine fabrics. A few pairs of arms were needed to assemble and dismantle the tent. It took long before you see movement from that direction, and a little bit more until you find gets out of there. A short woman with dark hair, very pale skin, dark clothes, construction with her skin, and fairies, jewelries, and adornments. But what really impresses you was her side. A servant creature to her, a reanimated skeleton, moving with graceful disaster. You watch as the women whispered one thing after fiddling with her drearily and waving her hands in the air. From inside the tent, 4 more skeletons emerged, taller than her little servants at her side, and they began to dismantle their master's tent. As they work, she turns to you and smiles. Brand new, huh? Prince? Prince? Me? The man answers last. I don't know. I don't think so, but it was one of your stories that you were a prince of Eastern Kingdom. But you have the tendency to tell big stories when you drink. I stopped believing in them. But you called a prince. Getting funny. Have you met the other 2 yet? Nodded. And they were, and couldn't help, she said. Number sounds the last. No, I figured not. Listen now, I explained to you how we were working. No, listen. We formed a team, the 4 of us. You and the barbarian in front, me, the archer, in the rear. The barbarian fights extremely well with a sword, and you control space well with a spear. But you do not fight in coordinated. I can see that. The archer is an elf, and certainly takes down large numbers of enemies from a distance. And if I'm fresh, I can summon a squad of skeletons to great numbers. However, they are fragile and battered. Enemies will easily run them over. That's when you enter the store again. You don't share your inventory with us, but several times you got out of trouble with some magic scrolls hidden up your sleeve. In addition to be your lock picker and potential negotiator. Well, at least it was. With the whole memory issued, you don't know if you can still handle it. I get it. But don't worry, I believe you would recover soon. But we have a problem. If you were honest in the last battle, I meant you because you were surrounded. You were out of scrolls. Now to recover from the battle damage, we also deplete our potions. We need to go to the city and fast. And if we got off guard, I don't think we can put much resistance right now. I don't think the other two will agree, although they both like law and nature more than a crowded city. Speaking of them, looking at two of them coming over there, points at the master. The archer comes, with two hairs on his shoulder, and the barbarian approaches after a dive. I was situating our friend here, and Nemesis answered to. While the barbarian is trying himself, the archer cleans the skin so the hairs out to be his meat. The Nemesis smells skeletons, so the culture making his stew. You finish breaking camp, load 2 horses, and mount 4 more, and start your journey. The 4 ventured along the horseback. 2 packed horses followed behind. All animals are beautiful and healthy. You get lectured on how things work around here, like these scrolls and potions. The Nebuchadnezzar is patient and explaining the details. The barbarian keeps cracking jokes, but nothing to intimidate. The archer remains quiet most of the time, only speaking when she looked something to add that Nebuchadnezzar has overlooked. You advance its great streets in the morning, pause for a while to give animals a rest, and finish the broads prepared in the morning, properly bottled in empty jars. The archer knows the region well, and leads the way, even on roads she never crosses. She always knows how to choose the best path. We close to the elephant stones, she said, pointing south. At this time, it's a path where the sun shines less. Although longer in size, it's beautiful. It's worth knowing. With no objections from the team, we accepted the suggestion. We started down a valley and come across the unmistakable elephant stones all along the way. Okay, I think you use a scroll now, if we had one to test. You said to your team. But what about the story in this world? Where are we? What am I doing with here? Your 3 companions suffered a little. This seems to be sensitive subject, to say at the least. Well, says the elf, if you like, I can tell you the universal story, taught in schools of all the regions. We don't have schools where I come from, said the barbarian proudly. Norma doesn't look serious as an elf, but she doesn't say anything. And then, yes, why not? Let's go, said the elf, getting ready. At the beginning of it all, he who is began to sing, and in the melody there was beginning noise, and void. We live in noise, It is the song of good and evil, of shadow and light. And in the shadows there is a prince evil, a prince of fire and renown. The horns of famine, war, and plague. From the time to time, it has a nature to slow chaos into existence, reigns them all, and spare only the lucky. It says that 1,000 years ago, where angels were going to sleep and men were going to begin the region, a prince of darkness was born, a black knight with the power to stir up sin in the hearts of men, and they nearby caused war all over the world. But there was hope. 7 adventurers, guided by an angel, had a chance of battle. They gained possession of heart of evil. He cursed the amulet that was containing the Prince of Darkness powers. At the second mention of Prince of Darkness, you eventually yawned. The adventurer noticed. Yeah, so far so good, she says, confronting the story. It may sound corny, but the appearance of the Prince of Darkness is well documented. Born the tradition of the people, the same, confronts the barbarian. You're doing well, elf. Yes, well, says the elf, letting out a satisfied style. Continue. For the time, adventures run from 4 corners of the world, gaining allies and overturning the influence of chaos. These objectives were to destroy the heart of evil, to defend the prince once and for all. However, the adventurers have fallen into a trap. One by one, they all died at the enemy's hands. All but one, the angel. The angel was incarnated in the form of a great white mage, and when all was lost, sorry guys, with all the powers of evil, good and evil, in his hands, the Prince of Darkness didn't stand a chance against the white mage. They fought for days and nights, and their battles divided all continents that were once won. At the end, the white men won. But at a cost, for the power corrupts. When the white mage turns from battle, he disposed the chief kings of the army of men and took over the rulership. He would now create an empire with an iron fist, with no room for mortal and ugly things. God, homeland, family, conservative values, expensive materialism. If the Prince of Darkness attacked in the temptation of sin, the white mage know how to use the war against sins in his favor. It is said that he is still alive today, watching everything from the White Tower, a magical place, inaccessible by land, but can be memorized anywhere. On Earth, the order of the White Knights impress orders on the world, and always tries to solidify its influence in all realms. The world has lived around its peace ever since. It's what we call the parents, but none of them. But whoever lives according to the citizens suppose, by the order is considered civilized, and who needs revels is savage. Wow, you think enough is just here. Is this still a story? Well, says an announcer, I'm no friend of the White Order. The women like me they burn at stakes. I, on the other hand, was very much favored the program that order spread, said the elf. Under their command, the rivers beneath the plants survive. I don't care much what humans invent under your city walls. Also, she looks at the artifacts and bones carried by the monster. I still don't understand. I don't have an opinion about these things, you do, she said judgmentally. But don't get me wrong. Of course not, honey. They both smile at each other. Well, I respect strength, and the order is strong, said the barbarian, as if it was a brilliant thing. But they like to poke their noses into our communities anyways. And you, what's your opinion on all this? I have no opinion so far. The dog looks disappointed, as he wasted survival for nothing. The barbarian didn't care, no innocent seems understanding. The matter is closer. Matter is closed, and the journey continues. Hey, the elf exclaims. If we're going up the hill, we find a beautiful lake. Yeah, so let's go. Then that's complete. The sun is already gone, and we will have a chance to shower. With no objections, she'll lead the trail and start up the slope. This man's riding the way it comes because of the horses. Not even a half hour passes, and you arrive to the much clear lake. That is rather clear. Now, boys, one side, and ladies, another. And the monster is already pushing the elf from behind to a slope behind the rock wall. Elf walks without objections, but she also brings to undress without any shame. For a few seconds, you and the barbarian watch the two descends and move away. Hee hee ha. Hee hee rock. The barbarian gives us a laugh, along with it. Animalistic snores, his eyes sparkled. Shall we wait and take a peek? Yes, sure, said the bear, looking at you, look for approval. Let me think. It's confused, no idea what you might be thinking. It's one of the bad thing. Well, you start thinking yourself. The elf, I'm sure, it doesn't give a damn if you take a peek. The barbarian smiles, sensing where we're going. On the hand, it was very clear about its corners to ponder. But instantly the barbarian shines by his instincts. But she's been far the nicest with me. She started to convince herself. She might be testing us to see if we have the courage to disobey her. She turns her eyes and judges the idea. If all goes wrong, I should be able to blame the barbarian. You think, convincing yourself. Then what? The Baron asks. Never. This is standing. Or ask what? You came what? Hey, pussy. Is that it? You cross arms and stare at him seriously. This is for real. You moves of your attitude. Are you sure? Not one of those street avoiding house cats. I know a lot of people like you. I will never say nowadays you are a majority. Living in society, leave the man currency. The barbarian starts to going. You see, you soon tell me you're going to give up drinking. Kill me. I see. Man, stop eating meat. The barbarian spits on the ground. You be careful. One to another. After the barbarian starts walking the slope opposite the wall where the girls went down. You go after him for some reason. Barbarian sends out a rock and lake over the horizon. You arrive at the edge of the water and get some water, making a cup with your hands. It's bone chilling. It looks pretty clean. You drink a few slips. You wash your face, taking off your shoes and wet your feet. The water's too cold, and the sun's already too low for you to jump. When you take off your shirt and loosen your pants, your armpits are gonna draw a lot of water on your hair and face. And you dry off, putting the clothes back on. But the lake sends a shiver down your spine. I guess I better ask the bear about monsters here. You catch yourself thinking. When you look away, you don't see anyone else there. The thought of being alone makes you uncomfortable, and soon you start up the trail again, looking around. You find the barbarian leaving against the rocks where you parted ways. Was he silently panting? It doesn't take long for the two girls to return as well. The stop of ours was great, but we need to go, said the master. You can walk down, with the king pulling horses calmly until you return to the trail. The blue sky of the sky is darkening to a purple. The setting sun melts into golden intensity. The tones down and turns into sing. We can enjoy another hour of light, but then it'll be better to stop because of the animals, said the elf. Like everything she says, she finds no objections. You follow the trail until you finally dark, when you find a good place to camp. To remember not to jump skeletons really set up a comfortable camp. The elf says, in a few hours from the city, we should arrive in the morning. I don't want this yet. I want to at least do 45 minutes. Alright. Sorry about that. She usually kills some birds and you put them on the fire to roast. Everyone is happy and relaxed. The weather is pleasant. The elf begins to look at the surroundings. What is it? Shh. The elf motions for the conversation to stop. For a few seconds, there's a block cracking and fire, while the barbarian was already picking up the warhammer creatures in the forest. Funny, these woods than used to. As she's saying this, you hear a roar. 4 or 5 wolves emerged from the trees in the darkness and gradually approached. Ah, that easy, said Barton, already standing at the combat position. But not so soon. Behind you, you hear the sounds of dry leaves behind the crush. You turn around. 7 or 8 more wolves are surrounding you. A few more appear from the shadows. You lose count. The barbarian gets a little more tense. Hey, remember, we're out healing potions. The barbarian says, let's be careful. But starts waving. You take your spear. The wolves will attack. On guard. You raise your spear in one direction. The barbarian waves a great hammer. The elf does not hesitate and starts shooting trail easily. Place arrows. Wolves attack. The big black hunter close and tricks you that he was going to jump, but instead he jumps front your right and coordinates attacks. You manage to move your position. Coordinate sees the wolf's attack with your readiness. You use your strength in the right moment. You impale the wolf in mind leap. You quickly pull the wolf off your spear. Your feet spin on the ground. Has a big black wolf leaping towards you. With a great movement, use the spear handle to defend yourself and throw it back. As it runs, you compose yourself. The elf shoots arrows don't stop for a moment. The variant doesn't let any of the wolves near the monster. The wolves are within your reach, but they begin to retreat. Man guard. You follow the movements of the wolves. They begin surrounding the archer for wounds blow. Attention over there, you point as the wolf charges at the archer. Stand between the elf and the wolves. Good, Learn speaks. He doesn't have to advance the wolves. Sent to flying. Seeing retreats, the elf cover. Spear. Heavy hands. You breathe. It's heavy. You think more than half the wolves should be dead by now, but there's some with arrows full of bruises by standing. You feel lungs get comments, but here, the room centers. Get down. So on the floor. He's going to drop on the ground, just in time to see a huge flash pass close to your head. A fire arrow shot by the Nebuchadnezzar leaves a trail of immense height and hits the wolf back squarely. You hear an explosion that shoots twins from the wolves. After that, the only sounds come from false flames in the ground. You pull yourself together and look around. The wolf's body swims across the floor, along small flames there and there. Here and there. A newly opened blast crater. The monster and the elf are intact. Good job. The barbarian had a lot of cuts, but nothing too serious. Pitiful battle. You clean and bandage the wounds without any problems. The elf's impatient to leave in the dark. Alright guys, this is going to be that in the video. Like and subscribe and comment if you like this content. Hope you see it some soon. Bye.